What's up, guys? Sam here. Welcome back to another video. I come with news and muscle, but mainly news. We have so much to talk about today, as always. Guys, we've just gotten news that the iPhone 14 is basically becoming an Android. More on that in a second. Apple may have incidentally leaked the event that they're holding in early March, and they've also released a brand new pair of Beats with this crazy cool look. As always, if you're excited for today's video, helps me in the channel out if you drop a like down below. And hit that subscribe button, and also tap that bell for notifications so that you actually get notified whenever I upload a new video. Okay guys, jumping into the first story. Apple's March event is something that we've been hearing about, and you know it's probably going to happen around March 8th, at least that's what the rumors are saying. But of course Apple themselves, because they never do this, has officially announced anything until they're ready to. It'll be about a week before, on March 1st, is when we officially hear that they're holding an event. But what if, like, 2 days ago, they said that they were doing it, and normally these leaks kind of happen and it's an accident and it goes away. What if somebody on the team at Apple just kind of said, hey, we're filming the event, without saying we're filming the event? The Instagram account of this guy named Stephen Huan recently surfaced, who happens to be the head of music programming at Apple Music, brand experience, and events. And if you look on their profile, you can see that over the years, they've posted quite a bit about their job. Obviously not leaking anything, but if you look at the profile, it's like, okay, this person's clearly an Apple employee. They're just casually at Apple Park very routinely, and you know, it's pretty low-key. It's kind of a high-key flex, but it's a flex nonetheless. The dude's obviously doing cool stuff. But the flexing didn't stop there. Just a couple of days ago on his Instagram story, he just casually posted this. And I know there's gonna be some of you that look at this and say,
calm down, bro. It's just an Instagram story. Can you just take anything with a grain of salt and get your fanboy head out of your fanboy?
You're really gonna sit here and tell me that this isn't him just saying, hey, we're filming the Apple event? Like, it wouldn't be fun if the Instagram caption was like, we're filming the March 8th. That's not, this is a perfect teaser. Thank you, Steven. This is awesome. So yeah, I have actually zero doubt now that there's going to be a spring event. This one where we're seeing the iPhone SE and the iPad Air and some new Macs. But Apple completely surprised us with a new Beats release earlier today. Or technically an announcement because it doesn't release until February 19th. But they put it out there. They've officially revealed this new pair of Powerbeats Pro. To celebrate the 75th anniversary of the NBA, they collaborated with the Beats brand, which they've been doing a lot of these, by the way, a lot of these special one-off edition product releases, which I think is really fun, and I would love to see come to more Apple products and not just Beats, especially these specifically, because even though Powerbeats Pro were the first truly wireless earbuds that Beats came out with, guys, these are 3 years old. In fact, I remember I think in my junior year of college, if that gives any perspective. So 3 years ago, when Apple announced these, I remember when the video leaked of these and I made a video about it. My point here being that I feel like Apple just wasted this incredibly cool collaboration on a really old and outdated product at this point. I don't know why they didn't do the Beats Studio Buds or the Beats Fit Pro that came out within the past year. I mean, honestly, out of all the collaborations that Beats has done, this is by far, I think, my favorite of all time. It's just so fresh and it just screams NBA. I mean, it's literally the logos and the cream and the reds and blues here. It's something that I would be interested in buying. You know, if these weren't 3 years old, I mean, am I the only one sitting here kind of like, this is the coolest, most confusing and unsatisfying release Apple's ever done? This is like me at my 5th grade baseball game where my dad's like, I'll buy you this PS3 if you just hit the ball one time in the entire season. And I hit it, and I got out immediately. Well, like, I still technically did what I was supposed to do. Listen, you guys let me know what you think about this. I don't really get it. I feel like they wasted such a dope collaboration. I mean, again, maybe the people buying these are not tech heads. That's very possible. But from a tech enthusiast, alpha male standpoint, I'm not a fan of this older technology. And apparently Apple's flagship product, the thing that makes them the most amount of money every year, is going to follow a similar logic because they're redesigning it to look like the iPhone 4, and there's going to be an all-new hole punch and pill shape on the front and a 48 megapixel camera. But it's also turning in more and more to an Android, because something that Android phones have done forever that I've always kind of laughed at is that they just jack the RAM up inside. The RAM, of course, being the temporary storage that allows you to open a bunch of apps and take photos and videos. It's great. You know, everybody loves RAM. Can we get a moment for RAM? Shout out, yeah, the album by Daft Punk. I'm not talking about actual RAM. That's a great album, though. Of course, I'm not making this point to say that the iPhone doesn't use RAM or Apple's gone past that or something. I'm just saying that Android phones, since like the early to mid 2010s, have just been like 8 gigabytes of RAM, 10 gigabytes of RAM, 12 gigabytes of RAM. When the iPhone historically has had, what, 2, 3, 4 gigabytes? It's always been a really clear testament to how well iOS runs on the iPhone, because both the phones do the same things. They take photos and send texts and make calls, but the iPhone manages it so much better and so much more efficiently than Android, who just throws a bunch of RAM to make things work. The crazy thing though is that trend has continued, and to this day, the Samsung Galaxy S22 that was just announced has 8 gigabytes of RAM, where the iPhone 13 Pro, Apple's top of the line flagship, only has 6 gigs. Well, that is until now, because the iPhone's becoming an Android. According to this leaker over on a Korean blog that has been right about things in the past, the iPhone 14 Pro series is absolutely going to have 8 gigabytes of RAM, which will be the highest amount of RAM by far that the iPhone has ever got. This will also mark the first point in history, to my knowledge, where the iPhone has 8 gigabytes of RAM, and a lot of mainstream Android phones also have 8 gigabytes of RAM. Like, we've finally gotten to the point where the iPhone, to do what it needs to do, it does actually need that extra RAM. Now, obviously, we don't know what this is going to be for yet. I mean, probably with the new 48 megapixel camera, there's a lot going on there. They're probably going to need some more RAM for that, or some other software features. I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing.
Well, would you look at what the Apple dragged in? It's real funny.
No, it's not like that.
Oh, how the turns have tabled, Cole. How you feeling over there, big guy? You finally catching up to us?
No, it's not like that. I actually wanted the RAM. I think it's gonna be really a nice upgrade, actually.
You see, this was our plan from the get-go. We would start out with the RAM, and next it's gonna be your family.
Somebody give me a line. Oh, green bubble.
Oh, the power of iMessage compels me.
Look at him melt away. He's a green bubble. We don't have those here. Regardless, this is not necessarily a good thing or a bad thing, and all joking aside. It's just kind of a thing. So yeah, I mean, it's going to become more like an Android, but at the end of the day, I think iOS is still gonna run real nice. It'll probably run even slightly better, with that extra amount of RAM, even though I don't feel like it needs it. I don't think the iPhone needs this. I think it's just getting it, and I'm not going to complain with Apple giving us a couple extra gigabytes of RAM to give us more room for activities. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something new. If you did, drop a like down below. Hit subscribe for more. I'm Sam. I'll catch you cool cats in my next video. Peace.